Good morning, I am Madhurima Datta, a Zoology and Biology educational content creator. Now's content for BSc Zoology Honours, Microbiology Honours, Physiology Honours and Biochemistry Honours, and also for exam, CUT PG exam, GATE exam, DBT exam, IIT JAM exam and CSI NET Life Sciences exam. Paper Immunology, Unit 1, Properties and Overview of Immunoresponse, and today I will discuss about the introduction of the immunology. For all video of graduation and masters in life sciences, please subscribe my YouTube channel Biogenesis by Madhurima and follow my Facebook account Madhurima Datta. What is the immunity? The term immunity is derived from the Latin word immunitius, which refer to the protection from legal prosecution offered to Roman senators during their tenures in office. Historically, immunity meant protection from disease and more specifically infectious disease. The cells and molecules responsible for immunity constitute the immunosystem, and their collective and coordinated response to the introduction of foreign substances is called the immunoresponse. Next, definition. What is the immunology? Immunology is the scientific study of the immunosystem or immunity and how the body fights off disease and infections. It covers how the body protects itself against foreign invaders like bacteria, viruses and fungi, and how the immunosystem can sometimes malfunction. Or the physiologic function of the immunosystem is defense against infectious microbes. However, even non-infectious foreign substances and products of our own damaged and malignant cells can elicit immunoresponse. Type of the immunity. Immunity of two types, innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Defense against microbes is mediated by sequential and coordinated response that cells are called innate and adaptive immunity. Next, innate immunity. Innate immunity, it is also called the natural immunity or native immunity, is essential or defending against microbes in the first few hours or days after infections and before adaptive immunoresponse have developed. Innate immunity is mediated by the mechanisms that are in place even before an infection occurs, hence, and are capable of reaction rapidly to invading microbes. Next, adaptive immunity. In contrast to the innate immunity, there are other immunoresponse that are stimulated by exposure to infectious agent and increase in magnitude and defense capabilities with each successive exposure to a particular microbe. Because this form of immunity develops as a response to infection and thus adapts to the infection, it is called adaptive immunity. It is also called specific immunity or acquired immunity. Next, every individual's immune system is able to recognize respond to the eliminate main foreign antigens but does not usually react against the individual's own antigens and tissue. Next, short note of the innate immunity definition. The innate immune system responds almost immediately to microbe and inert cells, and repeated exposure induce virtually identical innate immunoresponses. The receptors of innate immunity are specific or structures that are common to group of related microbes and do not distinguish fine differences among microbes. Next, components of the innate immunity. The principal components of innate immunity are physical and chemical barriers such as epithelial cells and antimicrobial chemicals which is produced at the epithelial surfaces. Next components are phagocytic cells, that are neutrophil, macrophages and dendritic cells, that is the DCS. It has two types, positive dendritic cells and negative dendritic cells. Mast cells, natural killer cells and other innate lymphoid cells, that is liver, bone marrow, etc. Blood proteins including components of the complement system and other mediators of inflammation. Next, short note of adaptive immunity. The adaptive immunoresponse is mediated by cells which is called lymphocytes and their products. Lymphocytes express highly diverse receptors that are capable of recognizing a vast number of antigens. So there are two major population of lymphocytes called B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes, which mediate different types of adaptive immunity. B lymphocytes are produced from the bone marrow and T lymphocytes are produced from the thymus. Next, cardinal feature of adaptive immunoresponses. First point is specificity and diversity. Immunoresponses are specific or distinct antigens and often are different portions of a single complex protein, polysaccharides or other macromolecules. The parts of complex antigens that are specifically recognized by lymphocytes are called determinants or epitopes. Clones of lymphocytes with different specificities are present in unimmunized individuals and are able to recognize and respond to the foreign antigens. This fundamental concept is called the clonal selections. Next, estimated that the immune system of an individual can discriminate 10 to the power 7 to 10 to the power 9 distinct antigenic determinants. This ability of the lymphocyte repertoire to recognize a very large number of antigens called antigen diversity. Features is memory. Every cell, that is immunity cells or other cells or tumor cells, have a memory cells. So let's go. Exposure of the immune system to a foreign antigen enhances its ability to respond again to that antigen. Responses to second and subsequent exposure to the same antigen, called secondary immunoresponse, are usually more rapid, greater in magnitude, and often qualitatively different from the first or primary immunoresponses to the antigen. Now the topic has ended. Thank you everyone.